Let's talk about content creation. So you've stumbled upon this video for probably one of three reasons. The first, you're a content creator looking for success. You're kind of scouring YouTube and Google, trying to find tips and hints and tricks to kind of tweak the content you create. Maybe your stream, maybe your YouTube channel, maybe even just Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of those things. The second reason you're probably here is you might not be a content creator, but you are interested in the goings-on of content creators. You want to see the process, you want to see what they're looking at, just to build an idea. Maybe not to do it yourself, but to gain an insight. And the third person that might stumble upon this video is ye content creators on high who have found success. The lords who look out over the serfs and say, "What are ye peasants doing today?" I'm not bitter. I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the problem of content creation and where it's going to go, at least where I think it's going to go. Content creators for the past, since 2014, you could have a camera in your room doing whatever, and you could make money off of it. You could create content that people find exorbitant, fascinating, insightful, inquisitive, those types of things. And then 2020 happened. And YouTube viewership went up almost 100%. Twitch viewership for live streaming went up over 80%. And I think the problem now is that we have watched everything. And when I say we have watched everything, I want you to open your phone, open YouTube, and just see how far down you have to scroll before you hit something that's like, oh, that looks new. I haven't seen that before. Or, oh, that looks, all right, let's give that a shot. Try it out. Because every time I do it, I just get more and more convinced that there's not the right content out there anymore. We've done all of the top 10s. We've done all of the camera reviews, all of the light reviews, all of the restaurant reviews, all of the vacation blogs, all of the Stacey Neistat, that dude. We've done all that, all the Harris Heller. We've gone through all that. We've done everything. And I'm out of wind because I'm very passionate about this. I've spent 2 years. At the beginning of this pandemic, I said I'm gonna buy a camera, I'm gonna learn how to stream, I'm gonna learn how to video edit, how to film, how to speak, how to act, how to write a script down, how to make a shot list, how to go about creating cool content. And I, for every day for almost 2 years, please mark my words on this, I have had a headphone in my ear going with like top 10 tips to have a successful YouTube channel, top 50 marketing tips as a content creator. I've gone through almost all of it. We have the Twitch streamer bros that, either open up Pokemon card packs blindly or narrate themselves playing Apex Legends online in a competitive format, right? And then we've also got the TikToks and the Instagram posts where it's like you've got models in naturally funny situations where like a cat meows and it sounds like, I don't know, and you're like, whoa, did that cat just speak? We have seen it. We have all seen it. It's not entertaining like it was 7 years ago. I hope you realize it as much as I do, that I have become increasingly more and more bored with the internet. I wanted to talk about where we're gonna go as content creators, and I have an idea. It's going to be cinematic. We're gonna have to tell a story. We're gonna have to make a joke on camera, like I'm doing now, and then you're gonna have to go out in your living room, put your camera down on like a little thing and film a funny skit from the ground up, write out a shot list, come up with what you're gonna say. Maybe you're gonna do a drunk history style thing, where you just act out over what you've already spoken about. Or maybe you'll, from the ground up, do the whole thing, audio and all, music, effects, whatever you want. That is seemingly where it's going. And when you look at content creators like Drew Gooden or Danny Gonzalez, those funny YouTube guys, that's what they do. That's how they're able to garner millions of views, seemingly in days. So the first step in our journey here into the future of content creation in the next 5 to 10 years, we're gonna have to step up our production quality. We're going to have HD video, right? We're gonna have to have a light, a lav mic. You're gonna have to sound better. It's not gonna be optional anymore. The second thing we're gonna have to learn how to do is learn how to edit. You have to. Even if you are gonna hire an editor, you should know basic editing techniques, like a jump cut, A jump cut is where you split out the empty space between two separate thoughts and you splice it together to make it sound like one cohesive thing. Let me show you an example of a jump cut. I'm gonna chop up this sentence, right? You have to edit things together in a way that separates time between thoughts. The next kind of jump cut I'm going to show you is called the J cut. Did you see what I just did? Where my voice was still going in the previous clip and then I popped up and it was in sync? That's a J cut. That's where the audio comes in before the video. It's entertaining, right? And then going out of this clip, I'm going to show you an L cut, and that's where the audio keeps going much farther after the video has ended into the next clip. Last thing we're gonna do in production value is we are going to get B-roll. And B-roll is very, very tough, but I do know of a really good website that's free. You can download things and they don't require any attribution whatsoever to the artist or filmographer or videographer, cinematographer, whatever, any of those things. You can actually just pull the video down and use it in your clip, and it's called Paxels.com. The third thing we're going to have to do is planning. Most of you have a full-time job, I assume, right? I do. I get up almost every morning at 4:30 a.m. to film and edit and write stuff out. I've got pages right here next to me that I'm reading off of a script, basically, little bullet points that I can improvise off of. Look at some B-roll clips that I can throw into a video. It has to be done early in the morning. And the only reason I say it should be, well, it doesn't have to be done early in the morning, but I will tell you that getting it done early in the morning, no one's up at 4:30 in the morning. No one's gonna text you, no one's gonna Snapchat you, no one's gonna send you funny videos on TikToks at 4:30 in the morning. The level of distractions increase exponentially the later on in the day you go. 3 p.m., my phone is blowing up from Discord, from TikTok, from Instagram, from Twitter, from Facebook. Nope, don't do it. Don't even try it. And I know some of you are out there thinking like, I can handle distractions. Why even take the chance, dude? Why? Why even, like, mathematically, your attention not being taken away in any aspect from those things is infinitely better than you going, I think I can handle it. I mean, you're gonna do what you wanna do, but I highly recommend getting up early, which means going to bed early. The latest I will go to bed on any given day is 10:30, mainly because I'm an old man. 32, my back hurts now. I've gotta go to bed early, right? That means I can stream until about 9. I can get done, I can pack lunch for the next day, get up at 4:30, film, write, do whatever I gotta do, and then head off to work at 6:30. Scheduling is unambiguously one of the most important things you can do. In addition to scheduling is just general planning. When you go into a stream, plan out what you're going to use. Plan out a funny skit. Make sure you're writing down timestamps as you go. Let's say you do a really good impression of somebody in the middle of your stream. Clip it, download the video, just keep it. You might not use it, you might not need it. Film more than you're going to use. What you're seeing now is just like 20% of what I'm going to ultimately film. There's a lot of filler, a lot of pizzazz, a lot of schmoozing, so to speak, when I talk to you. That's by design. I want to be able to cut out less important stuff. I want to focus and be more concise in my videos. Last step, putting it all together. You're going to have to get up early. You're going to have to write scripts. You're going to have to plan out your streams, to use content from the streams. You're going to have to write down timestamps. You're going to have to learn how to edit. And most importantly, you're going to have to learn how to film cinematically. You have to tell a story. The day of the talking head is almost over. And if you decide to start getting into content creation here in the next few years, that is what you're gonna have to do. It took me about a year to really wake up early, start going to the gym, whitening your teeth, tanning, present yourself. You gotta be an actor and a model and an impressionist and a video game player and an editor. You gotta do those things. While intimidating as it may sound, it is doable. And honestly, out of all the things I told you today, the hardest part for most people is going to be sitting down and learning new skills. That's gonna be the roughest part. You will need to Google and YouTube how to use this camera, how to screenwrite, how to build a storyboard, how to do those things. But the good news is, like I said, it's all been done. There's a tutorial out there for how to do your makeup if you're vlogging. There's a tutorial out there for how to speak to a stream when nothing is going on. You have the tools. And I'm not saying you need to take every single bit of advice to heart. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's enough people out there making enough content about these things that you can gleam a few things off. Mesh it together, build your own thing. Hell, don't do your own thing. Copy someone, almost identically to them. There are content creators that work. Why wouldn't you copy off of their success? There's a common misquote Beethoven once said, good composers borrow. Great composers steal. That's very true. Like I said, everything's been done. You are going to use the same 12 notes in that symphony that everybody else uses in just a little bit of a different way. And that's going to be your YouTube. That's going to be your TikTok, your Instagram, your Facebook, your whatever else. I just hope that this has been a little more eye-opening to everybody where I think content creation is going to go. And I hope that I am now experienced enough to show you where I think it's going to go. Everything I'm talking about, everything I'm imagining that's going to happen in the next 5 years will impact all of us. If you're watching this video now and you want to get into content creation, I cannot tell you enough that you have to learn these skills. This is going to be the convergence of all the things that have been developed over the past 15 years. To not do these things, or at least to not invent new ideas in the process, you're going to fall behind. And I say this from a point of view where I fell behind. I was learning old things constantly. Sometimes you have to learn. Sometimes you gotta read a book. You gotta read an article. You gotta read a user manual for a camera. Sometimes you gotta do some really boring stuff before you hit record. In conclusion, if you want to keep up with content creation in the next 5 years, you're going to have to get into the rhythm of balancing content creation with a full-time job to start. I'm not saying that's what you have to do forever. Maybe you genuinely love your job and you'd like to add content creation on top of it. Maybe you're using content creation in your job, but you're going to have to wake up early. You're going to have to learn new skill sets. You're going to have to manage what you're going to do on stream, what you're filming, how you're editing, what B-roll you're using, what music you're using. You're going to have to find copyright-free music, honestly, unless you can afford the rights to use, like Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, or whatever, which I don't think most of us have the capability to do that. Look into things like Epidemic Sounds, Artlist.io. Those things are great. $12 a month, all the music and sound effects you could ever want. All of them. All of them. If anything, I hope you take away that you are worthy of it. And whatever you're shooting for, you're worthy. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be nerve-wracking. It's going to be embarrassing. It's going to be strenuous. You will not like it. There will be a lot that you do not like. I promise. Keep pushing, keep learning, and do something different, because that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to keep shooting towards what I think content creation is going to be in the next 5 to 10 years. And I'd love if you joined me, because we need a higher level of content. It's getting real boring out there, and we can do it together. All right, you have a wonderful day. I will see you next time. Hopefully I can get another game review out here in, a couple months' time. I was thinking Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. We will see. I've been streaming almost every day I can. 5 days a week, no Tuesday, no Thursday, but 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've been streaming Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario 64, Fallout New Vegas, Pokemon Legends Arceus, like everything. You guys have a wonderful day. I will see you next time. All right? Bye.